And it is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, and it is time for Know-It-Alls. We are going to have a good time. We have a special secret guest. I'm waiting for the first folks. You can wave and do all that kind of stuff. For the first folks to sign up, nobody has come to the room yet. It's just me and somebody who's not. Here comes some folks. What do we got? Paul Terry is always here first. Come on in, Paul. Have a seat. Our special guest is here. He'll wave to you. Linda's here. Good. The gang is getting together. Jeff, glad you're here. We're going to play Know-It-Alls. We're going to give away $150. The show starts right at 5 o'clock. Hello, Dave. Mr. Hochter, glad you're here. We're going to be playing 20 questions. Hello, Bud. And as you know, you can start. Go ahead and if you don't want to guess who it is right away, remember that. I'm going to be going over all this again once the show starts. We're going to just have you ask yes or no questions to figure out who is the guy in my back seat. Joe Wessels already thinks it's Ira Joe Fisher. Right after I just said don't guess. Thanks. You're setting a great example as always, Joe. I appreciate that. All right. We are hanging in there. Spick and span, I'm glad you're here. You have to send me your personal message, your address and phone number so I can get you your prize that you won this week, Randall. If you do that for me, that'd be great. Anybody who's waiting on a prize, we just went darker. And we're getting darker. Well, that didn't help at all, did it? Come on. All right, can everybody see me okay? Does it look okay? Thank you, Randall. Yeah, Joe, that's okay. You and me both. Listening comprehension. Any kind of comprehension is not my strong suit. 58, we got 2 minutes before the start of the game. Hey, thanks, Matt. Glad you're here to play Guess Who's in My Back Seat, who's getting a phone call. That's right. That was somebody's attempt to figure out who it was. You're just calling everybody. Hello, Jim. Looks fine. Good. Then we're going to go with it. We're going to have about 20 questions. Will you send yes or no questions asking, is your job inside? Is it outside? Are you a basketball player? Are you Are you in the entertainment business? That kind of thing that our guests can answer with a yes or a no. And whoever figures who he is first, after I say go ahead and guess, you will win $50 to Washington platform. Can't get better than that. Boy, I'm glad I don't have to do a live show every day with a mask on. I'm not whining. I'm just saying. As you can see, Wanda Lewis's picture is on the back seat because this week is dedicated to her. She passed away on Sunday. She was an incredible lady. All aspects. Joe, what did you do again? No, it's not Uncle Al. Close, it's his wife. My mask needs to be bigger. You saying I have a big mouth? I'll ask him that when it's time, Jeff. Thank you. Good question. Abby Tatum. I want to know what button you're pushing, Abby. Send me a private message and let me know how you're doing that. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Guess what time it is? It's time for this to work. It's 5 o'clock on a weekday, and time for Know-It-Alls, the only trivia game show brought to you live from a used Prius. This week, Know-It-Alls is brought to you by Hair Management, Washington, Leopard Photography, and Cincinnati Photography. Now, further ado, here's the only man in Cincinnati who believes a realtor. Put their hands together for Michael Larry. $150 to give away in the next few minutes. And as you can see, we have a celebrity guest on Know-It-Alls today. I'm not going to introduce him right away. I don't mean to be rude, but he's a big part of the first question. And as you know, the first question is the Washington Platform question of the day. Now, Washington Platform has been located in downtown Cincinnati at the corner of Court and Elm Street for almost 150 years. Known for their great food and jazz, tonight they have the jazz duo of Tim McCord on sax and Mike Scharf on bass. Saturday, you'll hear the Mambo Combo Trio. This is the place for oysters and jazz. And if you answer the first question correctly, you'll win a great prize. Michael, tell them what they'll win. Sure, Michael. Some lucky viewer will win a $50 gift card to Washington Platform if they can answer the question, who's the guy in my back seat? All right, it's your job to figure out who the guy in my back seat is. But not right away. In just a minute, he'll take down that sign, and if you recognize him, keep it to yourself. Here's how it's going to work. You've played 20 questions. First, I'll introduce our guest. I'll tell you a little bit about him. That won't help you at all in identifying him. Then, you'll send me yes and no questions for our guest to answer. After he answers 10, a few, 20, I'll ask you again, who's the guy in my back seat? I'm going to go, who's the guy in my back seat? At that point, you can guess who he is or continue asking questions. Okay? All right. Now, as you can see, we have kept him backstage in our soundproof booth. Right there where you can see him. And right now, it's time for me to introduce our guest. He's a well-known local personality, a former basketball announcer, and accomplished golfer. This three-time class president finds relaxation in watching movies, and he just loves his grandchildren and children. From North Dearborn High School, put your hands together for the guy in my back seat. Finally, you can take down the sign. All right. Go ahead and send me yes or no questions for me to ask him to get things started. Now my screen went dead again. There we go. Let's see if we have any that have come in yet. I know one came in early. Are the mics plugged in? I'm tapping on my mic. No, they're not. Thank you. This will make it easy. Okay. So send in your questions. Any question you have. People are still coming in. Were you ever a DJ? No. He says no. Go ahead and shake your head with your answers. No. Do you play the piano? No. Did you ever meet Wanda Lewis?
Yes.
Yes. Are you a politician?
No.
No. Did he call the Xavier games?
No.
Again, no. Are you a journalist?
No.
No. Did he have a TV show?
Nope.
No TV show. Did he work TV or radio? Kinda.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Were you a DJ? No. Did you call Bearcat games?
Nope.
Nope. Are you currently, or have you ever been Icky Woods?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you, Nick. It's too early to guess. Don't send in your guesses. Did you play college or pro ball?
No.
Are you a weatherman?
No.
Did you ever work for a newspaper?
No.
So you cannot guess yet. Do you like flamingos?
Yes.
Okay, he likes flamingos. Anybody have any other guesses? Any other questions? If you want to guess, go right ahead. Who's the guy in my back seat? If you've already guessed, you'll have to place your guess again. Who's the guy in my back seat? Have you ever been in the back seat of a used Prius? Yes. Are you a news broadcaster?
No.
Nope. Did he work with me? No. Not really work.
No.
Do you volunteer at Mercy Hospital in Fairfield?
No.
Are you Ed from Furniture Fair?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. How about a round of applause?
Hey.
Stacy Ann was second, so close. But where did that go? I thought it was Tony. Who answered? Was that Hall? Wait a minute. Pandrino, did you answer that? Are you telling? No, he's not. There he is.
Hey.
Ed! It's the two of us. So you got it. I just got to find out whose name it was. If not, I got a second one here. All right. I will check him out at the end of the show. But right now, I'm going to talk with Ed. And Ed, you've been doing commercials with Anthony Munoz since like 30 years?
Actually, we started in 1992. And so Anthony and I have been together for over 30 years and a little bit. And so we've had a great relationship. It started out, we wanted to be a little different in our ads with Furniture Fair, and we thought of the big selection, which was Anthony, and the low prices, which was Ed. And
do you remember the first one?
Well, we did one, and we walked out. It was, getting ready, and we're doing our takes and checking the mics and everything, and we had not really rehearsed anything. And I kind of look up at him. We were in tuxedos or suits and tie, and I said, "Oh, boss, here comes the plane. And he said, "Welcome to Fantasy Island." And so I knew right then and there we were going off to a great relationship. Did I think it would last this long? Wasn't sure, but I think we have probably the longest running duo in commercials in Cincinnati TV history.
Oh, 30 years, yeah, without a doubt.
It's always fun to work with him. We get a lot of crazy questions, and we used to do a lot more really comedy and humorous lines, but Anthony kind of said, I'll take the high road, you take the low road.
Oh.
and so I get the comedy lines, but it's been very good for our Furniture Fairs company. It's been good for me, and I've had a lot of fun, and look forward to doing it for a couple more years at least.
All right, Darren Cox right here on the screen said to say hello to you.
Hi, Darren. Always good to see you, my friend.
And he shoots the commercials.
That's right. He shoots most of the commercials and does a great job. And we always give Darren a hard time, So him being bald like myself, of course, he's a funny man. I'm not, but
I'm sorry. I was talking about Darren Cox.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So yeah, he is bald. That
he
is
is.
true.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we have another question to go. Right now we have two more questions. This next one is the leopard photo question of the day.
Okay.
And leopard photo is in Loveland. They've been there for 50 years. Family owned and operated. They do great photography. Weddings, bat mitzvahs, bar mitzvahs, you name it. But they also digitize media. If you have photos or films, 16 or 8 millimeter, or videotapes, VHS or beta, they will digitize that media and put it on a DVD for you. And whoever answers this question correctly will get 2 videotapes digitized for free.
All right. That sounds great, Michael. So here's the question, What is the combined height of Anthony Munoz and Ed Hartman in inches? 207, 142, 107, or 138?
Okay.
So
you heard it here.
Yeah,
how tall
great
are
question.
Anthony and Ed if they were standing on each other's head? Would it be 207 inches, 142 inches, 107 inches, or 138 inches? All right.
Got some answers there, Michael?
We're getting all of them.
All right.
And let's see here. If you answered 207, if you answered 107, if you answered 138, but Keith Hickman was the first to answer 142.
142.
So give him a round of applause.
Hey.
Keith, you're getting 2 videotapes digitized for free.
Congratulations.
Now for our final question of the day. This, of course, is the Cincinnati Dry Carpet Cleaning question of the day. And if you get this question right, you will win 350 square feet of carpet cleaning.
Wow.
And it'll be dry. It's dry carpet cleaning.
Unbelievable. I love that.
45 minutes after you leave your house, it's dry. Have you ever had that?
I actually have used someone
Dry.
else, but I've used the dry carpet, and I love it because you can vacuum it up and it cleans it. It's a great process.
Because all you want is your carpet to be clean
Yeah.
and dry. And they do it. Whoever gets this question right will win 350 square feet of carpet cleaning.
Wow.
Are you ready?
That's bigger than Anthony and I think.
That's right.
Okay, so I hope I get the question right. So we're going to play 2 lies and a truth.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to read the questions, and you tell me which one of these is, I believe,
The truth.
The truth. Okay? All right, here we go. Ed Hartman here. I've never, I've hit 2 hole-in-ones
Okay.
because I play a lot of golf. I used to be a jockey, and I used to be an international spy with Global Spy Company.
Okay. So which one is the truth? Do you think Ed hit 2 holes in one? Do you think he used to be a jockey? Or do you think he used to be an international spy? You can't answer 1A or A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom. Ed, have you
go?
hit 2 holes in one? No. Oh, man. Okay, so that's not it. Did you used to be a jockey?
I never was. My grandfather wanted me to be one, but I was never a jockey.
So, you were a spy?
That's the answer. The correct answer is actually in the military. I was in the United States Air Force and assigned to the National Security Agency, and no one knew where I was. My parents were not allowed to know, and I traveled around and was a spy. Can't tell you a lot of things that I did, because that thing there, still some of them are secret, some aren't. But it was a great experience, I will tell you that. And I'm glad that I served my country. I'm very proud of that. And most of the time I was in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, back in the early 60s. And actually would go up into the mountains where probably the Taliban are now. Back then they were very friendly to the United States, and we'd go up there and hunt. And we would watch the mongoose and the cobra fight during an evening meal with a campfire. And I never saw a mongoose lose. They're pretty quick. They're pretty deadly. So, but I've been up in where the caves were, where Osama bin Laden, I'm sure, was, and it's up in the Himalaya mountains, and very treacherous. And so, yeah, that's the correct answer. That's the truth.
Spick and span, Randall, you get that. You get 350 square feet of carpet cleaning, and I want to say thank you for your service. I'm amazed. That was something I had no idea.
Well, a lot of people don't, and it's not something, we... but most of the things that we did are not secure anymore, because, one thing I learned is, which is kind of scary, you think that no one knew where you were or who you were. And then one evening we were listening to Radio Moscow, and all of a sudden, here come a beautiful voice over the radio and saying, hey, we'd like to welcome these airmen and these different men to the air base that we were at. And it's like, no one was supposed to know that we are here, and here the Russians knew it.
Man.
But so it kind of gives you a cold chill up your spine, and but it was quite an experience. Some was nerve-wracking. One of my jobs was trying to keep in touch with the U-2 pilots over Russia and get them out of there if they were spotted. So very interesting part of my life, and I'll never forget it.
Wow. Well, thank you. I have a different outlook on the little Eddie Bear. To think that you were at one point talking to you.
We need to make one a spy one year.
There you go.
I think we did at one time. We had one with sunglasses. And,
that's right, and trench coats.
Yes, and a trench coat, yeah. So.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be with Michael Flannery. Folks, I know you all love him, but if you don't, get on the bandwagon, because he's been a friend of mine for 30 years. And
easy.
We have cried together, and we have laughed together. Yeah. We share our families' ups and downs, and I'll always be a friend to Michael. And all he has to do is call. I'll sit in the back of a hot Prius for Mike. What the heck?
Well, thank you. On that note, I appreciate it. And I would sit in the back of a hot car for you too. And
thanks, my friend.
All the furniture I have bought from you.
I know that. I've made a lot of money off of you, actually.
Not a lot, I'm sorry to say. Because there's a lot of stuff from my parents' house in the Silver College dorm that I found on the front porch. But yeah, thank you very much, man.
Thanks
Always
for
good to
having me.
Stay healthy.
You too.
All right, everybody, take care of each other, and please stay safe. And I will call the winners of Ed and later on. I will. I promise. See you later, all.